Hello, I'm glad you're here. I hope that this will be beneficial to you. I know it was to me, and I'm just wanting to share this with you so that you can actually have a better shooting experience. This is primarily about the 1911 and the firing pin, both the removal and the installation. What started this was when I took my 1911 apart and cleaned it and got it ready to put back together. And so I went and looked at some videos that explain how to do that. To take the pin out firing pin was relatively easy. You just stick a pin into where the firing pin is and kind of prise up, and quite frankly it works just fine. Not a real problem there, and so I was able to do what I wanted to do. And so then I started putting it back together, and it became a little more of a challenge. So I looked at a number of videos, and the people on the videos, men and women, put it back together, firing pin, etc., in just a few minutes. And I watched several, and they were all very good, quality people. They didn't have a single trouble in the world. Now, at an earlier point in time, I had chatted with a Navy veteran friend of mine who was in the Shore Patrol, and we've talked about the 1911s. Their instructions, which was that when they took it apart, when they got to the slide, that's as far as you went. Stop. Period. And I understand a little better now why that they did that. Well, I'm a Air Force veteran. I had a severe accident and have lost a lot of strength in my hands, and now I've gotten older, and quite frankly it's just gotten a little worse because going down the life's road I got older. So as I was putting the 1911 back together, and I had the slide in front of me, and I pushed the firing pin out, and as it went flying off in the room, I thought, oh me, what a mess. And after I had done that for many times and rewatched the videos and saw what they were doing, I could never quite accomplish the task that they were performing. So what I did was then look at it, see the problem, and I came back with this tool right here. This tool right here allows me to put the firing pin in and out easy as pie. Now I don't have to worry about it flying across the room. I could never do it here in my office because I did get lost and never find it. In the kitchen it was a little cleaner. My wife keeps a good clean house, and so I could find it fairly easy, but it still took a long time. What took me 2 days to accomplish, the videos did it in a few minutes. Now with this tool I can duplicate that in just a few minutes, and so it has been a lifesaver for me on it. Now I am selling these on Amazon, and so if you're interested, there you are. If you're not, that's okay too. I wish you well. Now I'm going to change the camera and so we can look at a slide, the slides of two different 1911s, a 1911 TAC Ops full size and a 1911 Ultra Compact, and show you the actual use of this tool and how easy it makes it. So with this tool you can do that removal installation in just a few minutes, not a few days. So stand by. I'm going to have to change the camera, move everything around, and then I will show you the actual removal and installation of the firing pins, and we'll show you that you don't have to be rock solid steady, you don't have to be Superman strong. All you have to have is this tool right here. Sounds easy? It is. So stand by and we'll do it. Thank you. You've seen the images that I displayed. That was just to give you an idea of what was going on. And you'll see before you right here I've got the slide for a 1911 Tech Ops, full size 1911, and this is the slide for the ultra compact. Now I did not go through the safety check with these because they can't fire. There's no bullets, as I explained earlier. The hard part is to remove the slide from the hammer to get it to this point, and I'm not going to go over that. There's too many things out there that show you how to do that, and apparently you know how to get to here anyway. Now the difficulty is in the firing pin right here, and you can see it right here. Now you've also got the safety, this little pin right here. That's you can see it drip below my thumb. It's part of the Series 80 mod that is a safety device for the firing pin, so that if the exposed hammer is smashed into it, it will not fire unless the trigger is pulled. Now that helps us in this apparatus, in this goings on. Now I've got the tools right here, 1 and 2, tool 1 and tool 2. I've also got a 2mm pin, and as I was saying earlier, initially that's how I got it out, was to just insert this, kind of bend it up a little bit so that the firing pin backing right here, this piece right here, we'll talk about it later, moves up and kind of holds the firing pin back. It works, it's okay, and a lot of people do that, and that's fine, not a problem at all. You can also use that or this one to push the safety in, which is alright too. What I found was that if I take my thumbnail and push down, it actually gives me the feel and actually makes it quite easy to do. Now, the one thing that I do that none of the others do is I use a backstop right here, and on my desk right here in this slide makes it real easy to push against that. Now if you have this on just a flat plate, desk, workbench or something, you really need to be able to hold this. In the videos they seem to hold it with one hand like that and then work with the other, and I can't do that. So now let's start with this one, and what we're going to do is we're going to push this pin down. This is a safety, and it has to be disengaged so that the firing pin can go in. So I take this one, the small one, and I push the firing pin in, and I push the safety down, and it goes in. I release the safety and I release the firing pin. Done deal. Now you see how easy that was. That's actually easier than the process I was talking about before. Now you can see that the firing pin is below this backstop right here, and you can also see that the firing pin is sticking out into the chamber right here. Get that onto a little white piece, maybe you can see it a little better. But when you look down in, you can see the firing pin sticking out. Now the backstop right here comes straight out. No, whoops, see, you have to be careful because it just fell right out. Now this is latched, but be careful about it, because if it's just partially latched, you're liable to lose the firing pin again, as I explained before. Now we'll look at this, and you'll see that basically there's a top and a bottom and the sides. The sides are kind of notched, and they go in the notch back here. The round part goes at the top, and this flat part, now the flat part is curved a little bit, and you can see that edge. That curved edge goes out. So now this safety is a pin with a spring, and if you push it with your thumb and release it like that, it's going to go bingo out. So we'll be careful with it. Now I'm going to release it, which releases the firing pin right here, and you heard that snap, and you heard it go down. And so now you can see the firing pin is out right here. Now it doesn't pull out. Be careful, you don't want to force it, because what's holding it is this safety. And so we just push the safety in, and it comes straight out. There's not any real pressure here, but as I said, you want to be careful about pushing down on this and moving your thumb out, because it's going to go bingo. And you see right here is the firing pin. It's all out. Take it apart, the spring, clean, oil, do whatever. And you see how easy that was. The hard part is listening to me talk. Now you can take out the ejector pin right here. It just pulls out. Now when you put it back, this has to be lined up perfectly. It can't be sticking out, and it can easily be slightly ajar, and the safety is just right there. They will come straight out. Clean and oil them, do whatever, and put it back, and it's not very hard. Same with the ejector here. Now this last part is the part that gives you a fit. Up to now, you really don't need anything that I've developed, but right here we'll put the spring, and you see it doesn't go in, and you can kind of see the safety wobble. We push the safety in, and we push it down. Now so far I've not used the tool. Now I use the tool, and I put it over the firing pin, and once again I reverse the process by pushing the safety in, pushing the firing pin in, releasing the safety, and releasing the tool. And you see how easy that was. And that's because this goes over the firing pin. You can shake a little. It's not, if you're trying to do it with your fingers, it seems like it's strong when you push that with your fingers, but kind of when you're pushing with your arm, it's really not very, very strong. It's not very, very tight. Now, to put the backing back in, as I said, this ejector pin has to be straight flush, and it has to be even right here on the side, because there's no tolerance on this. It has to be exact. Now it goes in with the round end first with this curved edge at the bottom, and it just slides in. See how easy that was? And so now once again we just reverse the process of that. You heard it click, and now it's back in. And you see I've done all of that, and if you wouldn't having listened to me talk, you could have been doing something else. So you see how easy that was, and I didn't run any risk of it flying off. I'm here in my office now, and so I certainly wouldn't do that. Now we'll exchange and we'll look at the ultra compact. Once again, as I said, I use a backstop because it makes it easier. You don't need a lot, it doesn't have to be very heavy, but just a little bit. I've actually developed a desk vise, this little piece of wood that will attach that you could push up against. It doesn't need much strength. Once again, it's the same process in that we've got the firing pin, you've got the safety, we push it in, and then we release that, Once again, see the firing pin sticking out. You can see it, the firing pin recessed, and once again it just slips right out. The other one, I'm trying to be careful, it's going to fall, and I didn't want it to fall on the floor and mess up the demo. See, there it is, virtually the same as this one. Once again, the same. See it recessed there. And so to get it out, we just engage the safety. I'm doing that with my thumb. I don't have strong thumbs or thumbnails or anything, but it comes out just easy as pie. Push it in, pull this out. You have to push it in to pull it all the way out, even once it's released, because the safety is catching on the spring, not in this notch where it's designed to do. And once again, you can pull this out. It'll fall out if I turn it over, and the same with the ejector pin right here. So you saw me do it once before. See, it won't go in right there. It's hitting the safety, but I push the safety down and it goes straight in. So I didn't force anything. That's the issue. That's the point. Once again, I put the tool over the firing pin, and you see how it's right there, and you see how that it's actually just a smidge smaller than the shoulder, so that when I push this in, I can push this in, and I release that, release this. Now you notice this one didn't go in quite as quick and as smooth as that one. The firing pin is back there, and really there's the only thing between this front hole and the firing, there's really nothing there, and so it's kind of wobbly, so you just kind of wiggle it just a little bit. It's not a big deal, and once you get accustomed to it, it's easy as pie. And well, it's really easy as pie, even if you're not accustomed to it. Once again, ensuring that the ejector is flat and straight, and we have more trouble picking these little boogers up than dealing with them. And so it just slides in. And see how it just slides in. This is not oiled. It's been cleaned. A tiny film on it, but nothing more. And so we turn it over and we release the safety. You heard the click. Now it's engaged, and I didn't have to worry about it. Now, with the backing off and the firing pin latch, you want to be careful with it. You don't want to play catch. You don't want to drop it. Any hard jolt like that will knock this safety loose, and it will go flying out. So just be careful with it. That's all. You don't have to do anything special. Just be careful. And the clue, the magic, is this tool right here. Once again, they're being sold on Amazon, and I hope you have a good shooting day, and we'll catch you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.